Right. Good morning. Hopefully we have started. I just started the live stream, but it said I was live. But nothing was happening apparently. So I was talking to myself for a couple of minutes. So we'll run 5 minutes longer. Super Dragon, can you see and hear me? Can you see and hear me? Please. Why does YouTube do this to me? Just trying to spread a little bit of morning. Good morning. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? This is exactly the way that I wanted to start my stream. This is exactly the way that I wanted to start it. I can be seen. I can be heard. Let's do it. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to For Your Morning Coffee, the morning chat show that tries to spread a little bit of positivity, a little bit of happiness, send you on your way to have a good day. Ooh. Did I just come up with a catchphrase? Send you on your way to have a good day. So good morning, Dragon. Good morning, Geese. Good morning, Swift. Let's hopefully YouTube works. But regardless, so today's topic is life-changing moments. We're going to talk about a couple of moments in my life that have changed me for the better, maybe look at things differently or what have you, and maybe get a couple of moments from your lives that have really stuck with you, gave you some positive outlook on life, and that can maybe influence us and make us see things from a different point of view. But we'll start off with, the recap from yesterday morning. Can't shake the cliche. Good morning, dude. How you doing? We'll start off with the recap of yesterday. What did we do yesterday? The morning coffee stream yesterday was insane. We got over 200 views. I want to say while it was live, which is just insane. Yes, the stream title was very catchy and alluring to Gran Turismo Sport players, which is, our main fan base right now, or our biggest demographic. But I think it worked really well. We had a really good discussion for about 45 minutes. It was insane. We did that. Then I just played a little bit of I literally played an hour of Spider-Man, and then I was just like, no, I'm not going to do this. Then what did I do? Maybe had some lunch, got together ready for the stream in the afternoon. Kind of an early stream in the afternoon, but it was really fun. We tested out the new dailies in the stream, in the Gran Turismo stream, and it was fantastic. It really was. It was a good day's driving yesterday. We went from 55 or 56,000 driver rating to 60k, which is the highest we've ever been, which is pretty insane. Yes, Super Dragon, it was insane. Or it is insane. Morning, Tizzy. Popped in to say, yo, have a good time at work, man. But yeah, 60 freaking K. Blew my friggin' mind. Blew my mind. But does it just mean that we're just getting a little bit better? I don't know. And we're getting better just before we go away for a month. Good morning, Max. How you doing? Big oof there. I know. And I think we're at 49 the day before. So that's I think maybe 10k in 2 days. But that is like 10 hours driving, you know what I mean? Or yeah, that's basically 10 hours driving. Which for people who work and stuff like that, they can't. People can't do that. So it is a freaking grind. It is a commitment to get that kind of Stuff. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Mike. How are we doing, guys? Hope we're doing well. Just watching at work. Ooh, sneaky, man, sneaky. I don't know how to get like the frame rate, and in this is not as high as I would want. It's probably just my computer being slow AF. You know what I mean? I was listening back, and I was very, very grumbly. So hopefully this is a good distance. And I'll just go close for some really, really important parts. But that was yesterday. Got a nice early bedtime yesterday. Ooh, I think I went to sleep at about 11 o'clock. So I've had a long sleep this morning. Oh my God, I've just realized what's on my coffee mug. It says most awesome sleep deprived student. I know it's reversed for you, but graduate in training, dissertation dodger, professional slacker. Wow, they've literally got a cup just for me. That's amazing. Amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, so the coffee stream yesterday, most views, most likes, most watch time that we've had on a coffee stream. And it does seem that Monday is the biggest day. You know, we've done it for 3. That's our 3rd Monday now. Obviously, this is the 16th episode, which is insane. I think we'll have a party when we hit 50 and 100 and stuff like that. I think it'll be really fun. I'm just looking forward to where this goes. And yes, some of the topics are going to be hard to talk about and maybe hard to drag out, but you know, we're in the testing period of this whole charade, one of those 3 anyway. Good morning, Peter. How you doing? I hope you're all doing well today. It's Tuesday. It's a bit of an awkward day. You get up yesterday on Monday. Everyone hates Monday for some reason. And then Tuesday's like, Good morning, James Catton. How you doing, man? Good morning. Life-changing moment, becoming part of the Jeb team. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I use the exact same coffee mug every morning. No, you don't. What? One about students? Shiraz is a wine. I know. Absolute Shiraz. I'm on a drip of wine all the time. I wish. Jesus. That'd be amazing. Yesterday was a public holiday. Oh, was it? Well, let me just tell you about how terrible the weather is. You know, we do like to have a little look at the weather every morning, which is fantastic. Bringing it up right now. Weather refresh. Oh, guys, 12 degrees maximum today. 12 degrees. It's 11 right now. It's only going to get to 12, and it is raining all day. Oh my God, it's raining all the way to Sunday. Sunday's when I'm going to drive home. Okay, it's not too bad on Sunday. Hopefully I won't die. Passing your exams last year? Amazing. James Catton is one of my in real life friends, and he's a very smart boy. And I can't remember the name of your job. Something physician, basically a doctor in my eyes. So a very smart boy who helps people every day in his line of work and his job. So, you know, he helps people physically, probably mentally as well. And I'm trying to do the same, just mentally. I have no idea, but yeah, man, that's insane. Hopefully, I'll feel the same way when I pass all my stuff now. I actually need to check to see if I've got any results back in. I don't want to look. Queen's birthday, funnily enough. Damn. I may or may not have talked to Tisney recently about jumping in your streams. Oi, oi. Life changing was when my little girls were born. Damn, man, that must be amazing. That must be amazing. I mean, I do want to be a dad someday. I want to be a good role model. Have kids. Get the American dream. No, I think I'm a family person, so I think having children and a wife and all that classic stuff that sort of we're shown by our parents. This is what you do. It seems to be happening later on in life now. Like my parents had me when they were 24. I'm now 28. It's just I think it's a different world, isn't it? You are God. You created life. Like, can you? Yeah, I don't know. That's obviously something that I haven't experienced, and I will hopefully experience in the next couple of years, maybe. But oh my God, it's like Mike. He's him and his wife have just conceived through I think it was IVF. I think he said, which is absolutely amazing, and he's gonna feel all those feelings that you've felt, Swift, as well. Had my first when I was 19, and now I'm 29. Damn, dude. Oh my God. I couldn't imagine. That is definitely life changing for sure. It probably changes your responsibilities, your views on life, all that kind of jazz. Good morning, Splinter. I cannot imagine the amount of responsibility, love, that you feel every day. Yeah, and I'm 47 years old. Mike, that's insane. That is insane. And how cool is that we've talked about you know people become a part of this channel and part of the community, and we chat and every day or every other day or stuff, and you like to think that you get to know people. Good morning, Crizzy. You'd like to think that you get to know people and you become a part of what I'm aiming to is become part of their daily routine with this video. And you become part of their lives a little bit, and that's freaking awesome that Mike is becoming a dad before getting plenty of practice. Hell yeah. But that's it. That's a freaking great part about this community is that we're having a little bit of an effect, whether it's just being nice in Discord. I've talked about that before. A couple of people wish everyone a good day in Discord every day, and it's little things like that you think, oh, you know what, there are nice humans about. I'll take an example. So I hope Racer Tay doesn't mind me talking about this, but I think it's an exceptional example of what kind of community we have here. Racer Tay is a 15-year-old boy, but for the last couple of months, he sort of played a persona in Discord and on the channel that he was a girl. Now, yes, when he said, okay, guys, that's not me, blah, blah, blah. Yes, there's issues of trust. There's issues of like you feel betrayed, like someone hasn't been open to you. But the way that people acted in Discord towards them, he sent me a message saying, how bad he feels and how it sort of just snowballed and he felt like he couldn't get out of it. We've seen enough episodes of Catfish and all that kind of stuff. And like the way that, good morning, Ryan. And the way that we reacted in Discord is fantastic. You can go one of two ways when something like that happens. And you can either go, you know what? That is terrible. I'm not speaking to you. You can cut them off. You can you can belittle them, you can be mean to them, you can be all of that kind of stuff. Or you can go, you know what? You're obviously going through something and you might need some help. And I think that we and it's like 100% of the feedback towards him was amazing, and it was really, really good to see that community is actually doing something fantastic, very accepting, positive. We just want to make sure that Taylor feels open and comfortable enough to be themselves, and that goes for anyone. I think in this world of social media, it's very easy to act a certain way, and to be a different person. Levels of depression are probably so much higher these days with all this social media, because you can just hide in social media. You know what I mean? You pick a persona, an avatar on here, so you could be I'm Crizzy, and you could be that character, and you could be that character, but you could be something completely different in life. But yeah, it was really fantastic. I think it's easy to act a different way on the internet. I try to be as transparent and as much as myself as I can on here. I think I do a good job. I don't really act that different off camera. So I think being who you are is very difficult in the internet. But yes, we're glad that he's come out and he's just gone, you know what, guys, this is I feel terrible. It's been eating away at me. It's been, it's obviously affecting his life day to day, his happiness and stuff like that. And on this channel, we just want people to be happy. And I think you're ultimately going to be happier when you're being yourself. So it was amazing. Sometimes it's nice to step out of your shoes and be treated differently. Yeah. Like there's a, I only have 2 feet of vision and can hear out of my left ear. Anyone who has disability, don't let them decide what you do. We may not be able to do the same things, but we can do things they can't. Have you got superpowers, MS? Have you got freaking superpowers? No, that's awesome, dude. That's such a positive way to look at it as well. Such a positive stream. I just read stream and said stream. A positive outlook. In one ear, out the other. Yeah, that's good. So, that's, and I think, he said he was sort of overwhelmed and so amazed at the positive feedback and stuff. And that's a moment, especially in the community, especially in a young man's life as well, that, can you imagine a whole community getting on your back and being aggressive or mean or stuff like that? You can see it. Like that's when bad stuff happens. That's when really bad stuff happens. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. We want positive stuff. So it's all good. It's all happy and it's amazing. Good morning, Bertman. How you doing, man? Good morning. But anyway, that was that. So hopefully that's a really, really good freaking life experience, a life lesson he's going to get from that. So I'm going to give you one of mine. Chatto. And it's an interesting one because it's not like, it's weird. So I'll set the tone. Right. So me and my friend Tim, one of my best buds, he's getting married. He's the reason that I'm going to America. I'm one of his groomsmen. We were sitting, I think it was I think it was like 8 or 9 maybe at night. And I was sitting there and I had an influence, a rush or something like that. And just to do something. So I texted him. I was like, dude, do you want to go for a hike? Now, this is like 9. It might be 9 or 10 or something like that. Like everyone accepting that could have helped. Could have taken a really bad turn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So I was sitting there, really wanted to do something. 9 or 10, like, dude, let's go for a hike. Let's do something like that. So I text him. I was like, dude, let's go do something like crazy. Let's go do something a little bit off the cuff, something like that. Okay, what we're doing, I've done this hike before. It's 3 hours away. What would be really cool is if we could go hike it at night and get to the top as the sun comes up. I think that'd be really freaking cool. You know, so we're in Massachusetts, near Boston, and it's a 3-hour drive. So I'm like, dude, get an hour's sleep from, 10:30 to 11:30, get over here, and then I'll drive. So it comes to midnight. It comes to midnight. He gets in my car, and we drive. We drive 3 hours to New Hampshire. We get out. It is the darkest place I have ever been. We pulled up in the car park of the trail leading up the mountain. I've never been in a more dark place because there's no light pollution. It was so intensely dark, and you could feel that it was just nothing. So all we had a little bit of food between us. I can't remember what food we had. We had a tiny head torch that had 2 settings, bright and then brighter. We had it just on the bright setting. We didn't realize there was a brighter setting. So we had one head torch that was on the low setting, and we had one little flashlight, and we set off up the mountain. Now it took about 2.5 hours. No, it might have been 3 hours to get. I think 2 hours to get to this one point. We got there. There was a cabin. Now, this is in America, so there are bears. Don't forget. So we're walking up, we're clapping, clipping, whistling, singing, just to try and sort of push things away that might be out there. On the way back, we actually saw a dead bear on the road. So there are bears there. Anyway, we didn't think about the bears when we were doing it. But there, we're walking up. We get to this point, and the sun is coming up right in the distance. So everything, and the mountain is right in front of us, and everything is being illuminated around the mountain. And we're like, oh man, we got to get to the top. He wasn't too happy because he had coaching in the evening, and we still had to get to the top, then walk along the ridge and then down the other side. So it was about another 4 or 5 hours hiking on top of that, regardless. And then we started climbing the sort of an open area. It was quite windy. And we started climbing it. And I remember climbing, and probably 100, 200 meters from the top, I was like, dude, come on, let's go. Let's run. I'm not sure Tim ran. I think he was pretty tired. And I ran up to the top of the mountain. And as I came over the top, it was one of the most, if not the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen in my life. It was this, like, just imagine you're walking up in a shadow with everything being illuminated around you, the mountains around you being illuminated by the sun, and you've got to the top of the mountain, and the sun hits you, and you feel that blast of warmth, and it is the most beautiful view you've ever seen in your life. It was absolutely incredible. And I remember that's probably this when I started like wanting to see more of these views and sort of feeling that certain way. I don't know if you guys have ever hiked somewhere that has absolutely taken your breath away. Has anyone done that before? Has anyone done some really freaking cool hikes? But I just remember looking at it and going, my God, this is beautiful. I need to do more of this in my life, basically. That's so cool. I did something similar. A hike up Machu Picchu in Peru. Oh my God, that is my absolute dream. That is my absolute dream to go and do that. Like they still say that in Peru, winter solstice by pure chance. Damn. Like they say that there are parts of Peru that are still not on any map. Like you do Machu Picchu and then you go further, and if you go further, there's still places that haven't been mapped out. It's just like jungle. How amazing is that? How amazing! It's 2019. We still don't know if there's something Indiana Jones like out in the middle of the um out in the middle of the freaking jungle. It's amazing. Yeah, I used to live in Ireland and climbed up Croag Patrick. I know I'm absolutely murdering that several times. Cuddly llamas. Oh, Crow Patrick. I've climbed a couple of mountains just for the view in Skyrim. Oh man. Oh man. But oh my God, that's made me so happy just thinking about it. Just thinking about it, basically. What about you guys? Any other life-changing moments where you've sort of gone, you've done something or something's happened to you and you've been like, whoa, this is changing my perspective. This is doing that kind of thing. There's a little church on top of it too. And when you look, all you see is beach and ocean. Beach and ocean. Damn, that must be pretty cool. There was a place like that in Arizona that I went to. It was in Sedona, and it was this little chapel. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. We went and saw the Grand Canyon, which is obviously I was 20, 22, 23. I was at an age where I did not appreciate how amazing this Grand Canyon is. So I need to go back and watch it again. Watch it, view it, be a part of it. I'd love to do the helicopter ride over it. That'd be insane, wouldn't it? Has anyone done that? Jesus, I want to do that so bad. All right, James, have a good day, man. Have a good day, dude. Thanks for popping in. But damn, crazy. And little things like that, like standing on top of a mountain, just has that influence. I don't think there's a bigger influence than nature. You just don't. I just don't think there is one. I just don't think there is. There's moments that what people can do that make you feel certain things. Bungee jump off a helicopter there. Yeah. If Will Smith can do it, we can goddamn do it. That's for sure. Did you hear about the not terrorist attack that happened in USA involving a helicopter? No, I did not. Has that been recent? That's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Man, should we talk about gun laws one day? Should that be a topic? Should we talk about freaking gun laws? My God, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be an interesting topic of discussion. I'd like to know people's opinions on it, though. Some accident at the top of a skyscraper. What? That sounds like something out of Die Hard. Top of a skyscraper. A helicopter. Terrorists. What is this, Die Hard? Yippee-ki-yay, mother lover. Good morning, Uche. Good morning, Fraggle. Oh, the coffee's just hit me, chat. The coffee has just hit me. Oh man, I've got a really personal story as well. That had a big influence on me. We'll finish off with that one. Yeah. Having a good breakfast this morning. This is my breakfast. Yum yum yum. Not a big enough mug, dude. Your mug was massive. It got to be like that. I know. I need to purchase one. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, by the way. It's shown a lot at Christmas, though, right? Right. Nailed. Whoa. Bruce Willis for Santa. Let's get it happen. Let's get it happening. Start a petition. Bruce Willis for Santa. Anyway, so it's quite like, so what I'm saying as like we're testing out these we're still testing out the format of this chat show and stuff, so it's quite hard to talk about this subject if there's not another influence as well. I think if there was a second person talking with me, we could bounce off each other and talk about this, but it's quite hard to get people to open up and to say like, oh, this is what has changed me, or you know, this was a big influence for me. Good morning, Matthew. How you doing? But I'll give it 10 minutes and I'll say my next one, basically. I can change the world. I mean, I could do it now, and then we can talk about something else at the end, basically. So, buckle up your britches, people. This is a sad story, but I think ultimately it's a story about we're doing a sec. Changing job with life changing. What did you go from and go to? Because that can have. I remember I did some chef work. I was like, I was a sous chef for 2 years, and that was really like the hours are unsociable. This, that, the other were terrible, making you unhappy, that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of people out there. That are doing jobs just for the sake of doing jobs. You know what I mean? From buildings to support work. So yeah, like building is hard work. Manual labor is hard. That's for sure. Don't want to bring down the positive vibes. I feel like my story might do that, but the positive vibes are or the experience or whatever you can draw from that is, I think much better. Look after and support people with learning disabilities. That's got to be really, really fulfilling as well. Got to be really fulfilling. Like the my housemate Sam, he does sport with disabled people, and he says it's really interesting. Right, here we go. My story. You ready for it? Being a chef is either you accept what comes with it or just back out. It's not. No, it's not an easy life. No. And I found it. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't. It wasn't me. You lived homeless before a nice place to visit. Damn, can you imagine being homeless, man? That would fucking suck, wouldn't it? Jesus Christ. That would suck. Microwave. Dirty the microwave king. I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. So here we go. My story. Ready. So yes, it involves death. Okay. But I think hopefully that this story can inspire you to sort of cherish your loved ones a little bit more. So this was 2 or 3, maybe 3 years ago, around Christmas. Our family went through, I think it was 3 or 4 years. I think it might have been 4 years. 4 years that someone died around Christmas, like every year, like for 4 years straight, someone passed away every Christmas. So we had like the funerals at the same sort of moment. There was one couple, like my granddad's brother and his wife. One died around Christmas. We had the cremation, the funeral on one day. A year later, the partner died pretty much on the same day, and then we had the funeral on the same day as the funeral the year before. It was insanely creepy. Anyway, so my nan got terminal cancer, and she obviously, well, I was going to say in a bad way, but terminal cancer is pretty much the worst that you can get because you know where it's going to end up. So I can't remember where I was. I think I was in Suffolk. I think I might have been in Gloucester, actually. I don't know. Let's say I was in Suffolk. So it was I can't remember. It was a couple of weeks before Christmas, I think, and she was terminal, and her and my granddad had a room set up in the house where she had a bed, and doctors and nurses came and did their treatment and stuff like that. So, it was, so she was in a bad way. There was like days or like a week or whatever it is until she gone. You know what I'm saying? But, and I had, it was I was supposed to go down on the Sunday to see her, just, I would assume as a sort of a last goodbye kind of thing. And I went out on the Saturday night, and I was insanely hungover on the Sunday, which meant that I didn't drive the hour and a half, 2 hours down to see her. Now, obviously in my young mind, I say young mind, but this was 3 years ago, which shows how much university has changed me. So I didn't go down on the Sunday, but she got worse and worse Monday, Tuesday, and I think I went down and saw her on the Wednesday, and everyone else in the family had seen her, except for me. So I went and I saw her, and it was obviously heartbreaking and heart-wrenching and stuff like that, because you have an image of your grandparents. You always grow up, and sometimes the grandparents are always a happy, positive vibe, because you go see them, they give you money, they give you gifts, they take you out, they do this stuff. So you always have this positive image of them. But obviously, due to the due to the cancer and stuff like that, the way that she looked was completely different. It was a different person. You know, she used to be this lovely little I'm going to say plump lady, but now she was this withered soul. And I remember going up to her bed, and you could only hold her hand because if you hugged her, it hurt her. You know, and I remember holding her hand and saying a couple of things, and then leaving the room, and then that was it. She immediately went downhill, and I think she passed the next day. And to me, this is why it's such an influential thing for me, is that I believe that she hung on to see me. I know that might seem selfish, but I like a selfish train of thought. But I genuinely think that she held on to see me. I think, and I'm using that kind of train of thought to influence me in how powerful someone's energy and positivity can be, that they can stay alive to make sure that they see someone. I believe that's what happened, and you know, I used that to influence my connection, or my my feelings towards my family, because you know, people can just go like that. Sam's dad is quite ill right now, and you know, it and I didn't realize, you know, that could be seriously affecting him. And I think that you've got to spend time with your loved ones. I'm trying to make it sound like it ended up with a positive influence. I hope that you're getting that, because it really did. It usually sad, or I wouldn't say negative moments, can really influence the way that you go around your life. You know what I mean? But yeah, that whole thing of that whole moment of being in that situation and having it influence you in such a way that you reflect and then realize something that is much bigger than yourself, I think was really, really, really influential. And I haven't really talked about it to anyone really, maybe one or two people, if that. But I feel that it's a story that you can benefit, and hopefully you can take that and call your mum or call your grandparents today. I've got my other nanny is also terminal. She might not be terminal. She was terminal. They got rid of it. Now it's back, but she's old AF. So there's not really. I think it's another counting down the days. I think she's got Alzheimer's as well, so it's not going well for her, is it? So I'm going to give her a call this afternoon, and then when I travel back to Suffolk on Sunday, I'm going to try and pop in and see her, because I go away for a month to America, and a lot can happen in a month, let alone, you know, a day or an hour or something like that. What I took from my dad's death was to make sure that the people who are important to you know it. Exactly, man. Because you never know what they could, when they could be gone. Exactly. I think, yeah, I think you don't know that feeling until it happens to you, and then you can act upon it. The way that I deal with death is very, very light-hearted, and I make jokes and stuff like that, which is why I've sort of slipped in, like when I said earlier, she gone. That's just me, sort of like a defense mechanism. Good morning, Liam. Welcome to the deepest chat of all. Makes you think about how important you are to the person who is about to pass. Yeah, like for me to believe that she held on just to see me is, oh man, it made me feel so bad as well. Like if you can imagine the way that I felt, that, you know, did I make her, I don't know, suffer a couple more days, when if I had gone and seen her on Saturday, that might have been easier, and then try and you know, could she have had those couple of days of not that pain and just gone on the Sunday or the Monday night? I don't know. It is what it is, but what a wonderful thing. Yeah. It's been a very deep this morning, but I hope that I can do these kind of chats. And even though there's I say just 12 of you, but the 12 of you who are watching, it might influence you to go out and have a more positive and a more passionate day. You know what I mean? It might influence you to go and just call your parents. Like my mum obviously loves it when I give her a call. I don't do it enough. I don't call my dad enough. I don't call my granddad enough. I don't speak to my cousins or my aunties enough. And even this conversation with me talking here is going to affect me. And I'm probably going to call all of them today because I feel guilty about not talking to them. So I try to leave a positive mark on anyone I come across, because you never know what they are suffering with inside. And you being kind could give them hope and turn their day around. Exactly. And I think that's what we're trying to do with this morning. And I feel very passionate right now, and to have this ability to influence and engage people in something that they don't think about regularly. There's this you'll be a great coach, Jeff. I hope I'm a good coach. That's why I went to university for 3 years for it. And you'll see that as well when I do my stuff in America. You'll see all that coaching stuff as well. We'll probably do a couple of topics on this. Lucky your grandma lives 10 minutes away. Perfect, dude. Yeah, mine is 2 hours. So, in my car, it's probably 3 hours. Sup, Tor GT. So, you know, I feel very lucky to be in the position that I'm in, to be able to attempt to make people smile every morning and have an influence on them. It's like 1,000 kilometers away. Damn, son. But yeah, so which is why like, so take a troll coming into the stream, right? A troll coming into the stream, and they just go, "You're bad." I'm like, okay, that's cool, but you're obviously a very unhappy human being. There's something. So I really try initially not to be mean. If it's like continuation of like dickheadishness, then they can do one. But at least we try. Good morning, Rob. How you doing, man? Well, I mean, you've just missed the deepest conversation we've had. But my God, it's been really good. It's been, I can't think of the word. It's been uplifting. Similar thing happened to me, but the only difference is that I didn't go to the hospital to see her during her time there. We were very close to each other, but didn't have what it takes to go see her. Do you feel regret, Bertman, or do you think like that was the right thing? Because I had my grandpa had Alzheimer's, and if you know what Alzheimer's is, it's a disease on the brain, isn't it? So they change as a person. They don't remember who you are. They're a zombie in a human. They're a zombie basically, aren't they? Been regretting it for years and years. Well, you can take that lesson and you can put a positive spin on it, and you can make sure that never happens again, and you can be influential in other people's lives. What was I just talking about? Yeah, and the thing is, my nanny has it as well. So I'm wondering if it's something to do with those two, because they're obviously partner and wife, and they they both have Alzheimer's. It's weird, isn't it? That's weird. The last I saw her, we didn't really talk. I had the opportunity to go lunch with her. Yeah. Oh, Rob, it's terrible. I remember going and seeing him the in the home he was in, and it was horrible. You see them, and you can kind of say your final goodbye there, because they will not. Well, who knows? They're probably not going to remember you and stuff like that. Yeah, Alzheimer's is terrible, and there's no cure. So we should do a charity stream or something for charity. I mean, I shaved my head for cancer a couple of years ago and raised a couple of £100, but I think I should do something for Alzheimer's. I think we could maybe raise a couple of £100 or something. Do a big stream or something. Hardest thing I had to do was wake up at 4 a.m. to a phone call asking to turn my dad's. Oh man, that is fucking brutal, dude. That is fucking brutal. My God, I I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. That is stuff in a movie. That is absolute movie stuff. That is fair fucking play to you, Super Dragon. Good morning, Cheese. But yeah, no, I like these kind of conversations. I don't think you have these types of conversations enough these days. You have all this, especially with your close friends as well. You have all these social media stuff, and you text your friends all the time. So the art of conversation by phone call has gone out. I remember growing up, and I used to talk to girls like on the phone, that stuff. We're going a little bit over because we started 5 minutes late, Crizzy. So we got 8 minutes left. The stream wouldn't start for some, or it was said it started for me, but no one could see me talking or whatever it is. But anyway, I think the art of conversation. So you don't sit around like so. I live with, lived with. We're coming to the end now, but I've lived with 5 18, 19, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds for the last 3 years. And even when we're watching TV and stuff, they're still on their phones, and they still look at their phones while they're watching. When we go out for meals, more often than not, they flick and they look at phones and stuff. And we've probably had, I could count on one hand in 3 years the amount of deep, meaningful conversations we've had on one hand. And I think it's I think we don't get to talk about this shit enough. You know what I mean? I don't think we talk about this, the deep stuff that can affect us emotionally and stuff like that. So I think this will be a good way to kind of do that. Hardest decision I had to make. 17. Fuck, dude. That is, wow, dude. I'm beyond impressed, and that is a fucking perfect example of how this morning chat show can change people. I'm going to take that information that has influenced your life and use it as some kind of motivator in mine. You know what I mean? So even you, by just typing on a keyboard, has influenced someone. Back in the days when I was 14, I called my friend on his mobile phone. This is the good old days, man. It's the good old days. I remember talking to girls for hours on the phone. Hours. Just be calling and talking to them. I can't tell you the last time that I called and just had a chat with a girl on the phone. I mean, yeah, I'm 28. I should probably just say woman, but I couldn't tell you the last time that I did that. I FaceTimed a girl called Sam. American woman. But yeah, technology is going to kill all of us. It's hard not to check social media. Yeah. I turn the only notifications I have on my phone are for WhatsApp. So that's like when actual people want to contact me. I don't have Facebook Messenger. I don't have YouTube. I don't have Instagram. I don't have any of those notifications on. I also hate talking on phone as well. I've deleted Facebook. I think it's a happier time. You know, I did that like a couple of days or a week without social media. It's freaking. It was a good time. It was a good time. Now every time that I stream or I wake up, look at that sub count, I'm like, oh gosh, it happened again today. You know, 2 less subs than I went to sleep with, and it's just like, just don't look, James. Just don't look. Just don't look. But I can't, because when I open up YouTube, the sub count is there. It's terrible. But my God, what a freaking amazing stream. I don't want to just like, we got 4 minutes left. I don't want to just get to the end of the stream and go, okay, that's freaking awesome. Done. Blah, 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 blah. Let's wind down, reflect on what the stream was. Good morning, Gigglebox. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. You make me happy. When skies turn gray. Do you have a website? No. No, I'm not that bad. So, I mean, oh yeah, sub count is rising. The thing is, I'm kind of past caring, but whatever it is. Let me know when you lose. Okay, so let's reflect on what we've talked about today. Talked about some freaking really cool stuff, chat. I'm beyond impressed at the level of input that you've had today. We've talked about being on top of a mountain, feeling those emotions, letting it affect us. So having nature as a driving force in being better or wanting to see more amazing things. We've talked about death, the passing of families, that kind of stuff that can influence us, and taking from those conversations that we've had right now and using them to go further and to maybe cherish and love our families and our closest friends a little bit more. I think it's a beautiful morning stream. It's not our most view one, but my God, I think this might be the most important and the most influential stream yet. So thank you for being a part of that and sharing your stories. I think that's you've probably helped me have a better day for sure, and you've probably helped someone else in the chat as well. The deepest FYMC. Yes, fire. It's important to be nice. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Yes. Yes, streams today. We have Uncharted 4. I'm going to start that within the hour. I'm going to go shower, get rid of my coffee out of my body. We're going to do a couple of hours Uncharted 4. Then we're going to do a couple of hours of Gran Turismo, some FIA practice for tomorrow. It's going to be a short one because I'm going out to dinner with Sam and a couple of other people as sort of a last thing before we go to America. But yes, so we have Uncharted 4 and Gran Turismo today. But guys, thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Absolutely fantastic stream today. Thank you for being part of it. If we can take one thing or a couple of things from the stream, be nice to people. You never know what they're going through, and you can always have a positive influence or effect on their day, on their person, on their emotions. And love your family. Love your family. Make sure you talk to them, text them, and damn fucking call them. Tell them you love them. Oh, wow. What a way to finish. What a way to finish. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you probably for a more light-hearted conversation tomorrow morning. But we'll see you in the next one. Amazing.